The MB Network with Dee's Fodder.
Hi, it's me, Dee, and welcome back to the MB Network. How is everyone doing here at the network? Are you excited about this new true crime tarot reading? I don't know what to, I always say, I don't know what to expect. This is about Shan'ann Watts and her children, their disappearance and their deaths. And this was voted as also one that people really wanted me to do a reading on. And I've been a little concerned. I'm like, well, what would I do a reading about? But, I'm doing it. You want it? I'm going to do it. Now, you see, I always have a hard time with cases involving children. And this is such a case. And so I want to warn all of you viewing, my family out here, the network, that today's episode does involve children and the harm that was done to them. Please take this as a warning. If this is a topic that you do not want to see, please exit on out. I have plenty of other videos that you could watch and enjoy. So let's get into this, okay? Mommy vlogger Shan'ann Watts and her two daughters went missing on August 13th, 2018. Now, it was Shanann's friend Nicole Atkinson who was alarmed enough to call police. Now, while Shanann's husband, Chris, didn't think there was anything that was wrong amidst that would need police involvement that morning, because you see, he claimed that Shan'ann was going out that day to see a friend. Yeah. Now, this was hard to believe because, get a load of this, folks. Shanann's car was still her home. Shan'ann had a gynecologist appointment that she never showed up for that day. And because she was pregnant, this was all very suspicious. I'm talking sus, okay? Yeah. So, now, I need my coffee. Now, often those who are hurting and suffering, they'll portray this ultra-idyllic life in social media. And this was the case with Shan'ann Watts. Chris did admit to killing Shan'ann, but only after being offered a plea deal that he would not have to face the death penalty. Watts was sentenced to 5 life sentences for the brutal murders of his 34-year-old wife, Shan'ann, daughters Bella, who was 4, and Cece, who was 3, and their unborn son, Nico. Now, there is much more to this sad and disturbing case, and if you wish to hear about it, please continue listening. But you just want to jump on ahead to the tarot psychic reading, please do so. I have those chapter links down below for you. I hook you up like that. So, see ya where you end up going. Chapter 2 or 3. Hey, thanks for sticking around with me. Yeah, you're my friends. I know, you want the inside scoop before we get into the tarot reading. Because sometimes, there's something that I mentioned during this. Also, it shows up in the tarot reading and it makes sense. And I like that, or reveal stuff. Well, so let's get into this. We're going to dive a little bit further to learn about Chris and Shanann's love story. This is, it all began in 2010 when Shan'ann got a friend request on Facebook from Chris Watts. Crazy, right? Now, see, if I get a friend request from someone, I don't know. I get a little bit freaked out. I'm like, what's going on here? Why they bit from me? What would they do? Because who is this? Why me? Why did they pick me? Do we have any mutuals? And have you ever noticed those fake soldier accounts that just want to make a friend, or the lonely widow raising his kids on his own? Oh yeah. So yeah, I get those, and it's just like, okay, goodbye. So I don't just accept friend requests on Facebook unless I can vet them out, seeing who they're friends with, and if there's someone in my social circle or, like that, okay? That's what I do. I would hope you do the same. Because Shan'ann, no, she did not do such a thing. She just said, I'm probably never going to meet him anyway, so I'll accept. Oh, yeah. How wrong she was about this. But I'm jumping ahead of myself, okay? You see, things led from one thing to another. And so on November 3rd, 2012, Chris Watts and Shan'ann were married in North Carolina. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 years later, boom, 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 they're married. Then a year later, December 17th of 2013, Shan'ann gave birth to Bella. And they were in Colorado at this time, where they had relocated from North Carolina. Now, it's said that giving birth to Bella made Shan'ann elated. She wanted to be a mother so much and looked forward to even having more kids. Now, this is kind of important because later on the line, Chris is going to be accusing Shan'ann of some really crazy, fucked up shit. Yes, I swear. Maybe I should put a warning at the beginning. I do swear. I solemnly swear that I swear. No, I'm losing my mind. Maybe I've had too much caffeine? Maybe not enough. Now, this fairy tale love story started to take a turn for the worse for the poor Watts family. So, you see, in June 2015, not only did Chris and Shan'ann file for bankruptcy, but Shan'ann was pregnant again. This couple were in a lot of debt. Now, they had a combined income of $90,000 in 2014, but with the credit card debt, student loans, medical bills, the couple filed for bankruptcy in June of 2015, stating that their $3,000 mortgage and $600 car payments took up most of that $4,900 in monthly expenses. Additionally, their homeowners association sued them for unpaid HOA fees, homeowner association fees. Yeah, I am so glad I am not part of an HOA. Being able to live in a really nice neighborhood that does not have an HOA is a true blessing. Yeah, but no, don't worry. My neighbors and all, they do take care of their homes and the landscaping, and they don't need an HOA telling them how to do so and when. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. I just have pet peeves. I've seen what HOAs have done to some people. It's like, Now, it was on July 17th, 2015, that Celeste, also known as Cece, was born. And this did add to those financial woes. But Shan'ann still was happy to have another child. She liked to post on her Facebook, not just about her work, because she was doing one of those, I forget, tears things. I forget what she was selling, but yeah. But she would do this about her family. And this is where I mentioned early, the first part, this whole idyllic kind of family and lifestyle she portrayed. It was just amazing. Sorry. If you ever watch Archer, the movie star episode, she's all amazing. And Archer, never mind. It'll just, not everyone's going to get that reference, and that's okay. And if you do, you know what I'm talking about. Now, in a 31 minutes and 13-second long Facebook Live video, Shan'ann muses about family life, saying, I love waking up on Saturdays and being able to enjoy my family. And she talks about being excited about the upcoming summer in Colorado. I believe that everything in life happens for a reason. And I also believe people are placed in our life for a reason. She also says all of that while Chris can be actually seen in the background playing with the girls in the video. So it's like a little cutesy family moment here. Now, this portrayed this whole beautiful picture of a happy family. And this was a lie. This was not even close. But this is what Shan'ann wanted people to see. This is what she wanted people to believe. And I'm really not sure why. I don't know if she felt like she had to portray this because of pride, or to feel like she is successful, or hoping that if she keeps doing this, this is she's gonna manifest it. I don't know. Okay. And then June 11th, 2018, Shan'ann surprises Chris with news that we're expecting. Yeah. Baby number 3. Now, in a video later released by 9 News in Colorado, Shan'ann wears a t-shirt that says, "Oops, we did it again." Yeah, I know. And surprises Chris with the news of their pregnancy. Now, in this video, Chris is kind of awkward, and he's just kind of like, "Oh, that's awesome." Yeah. Now, June 17th, 2018, Shan'ann posts this beautiful Father's Day message to Chris on Facebook, and it goes along like this. "Chris, we are so incredibly blessed to have you." The message also says, "You do so much every day for us and take such great care of us. You are the reason I was brave enough to agree to number 3. From laundry to kid showers, you are incredible, and we are so lucky to have you in our life. Happy Father's Day." Yeah. But what was going on behind it, let me tell you. Because you see, Chris wasn't thrilled about having another kid. And it's alleged by Chris's pen pals from prison that he even tried to get Shan'ann to miscarry by sneaking her painkillers. Kid you not. This guy sounds like a big douchey piece of shit. Also, it was in June of 2018 that Chris started his adulterous workplace romance with Nicole Kessinger. Now, apparently by July, things were getting quite hot and heavy between Chris and Nicole Kessinger. Now, it's alleged that Chris was lying to Nicole that he was in the middle of a divorce and it would be finalized soon. Oh, yeah, he's a shady, shady piece of shit. So, Nicole's like, okay, yeah. I want to give you a side note here because my ex-husband lied to another woman about being married to me. Saying, "Oh, we're getting a divorce." And to another woman, I was just a roommate that lived with him. Like, what the fuck? Oh, and I worked with one of these women, and I remember being in the elevator with her and another coworker, and I was like, "Yeah, he's John. This guy is my husband." And she was like, she would say, "No, you're not." And the other guy's like, "Ooh, he's in trouble." "Oh, yeah, I think she is, man." I mean, I'm wearing my name badge and it has the same last name as this guy. And you would think, why would I lie to you that, hey, this guy you think is great isn't? And yeah, so yeah, I'm glad I got out of that marriage. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we just got off on a tangent. Sorry. Let's get back to the story. Now, Shan'ann and the girls are in Carolina, the beginning of July 2018, and Shan'ann was back in North Carolina. So they live in Colorado, but she went to North Carolina, and she was getting very frustrated with her in-laws. Now, Chris's parents, she was frustrated because she was coming, the in-law, the grandparents here are coming across very biased towards the other grandchildren compared to her daughters. And it was kind of blatant. I was going to say, she would try and text Chris about her concerns and frustrations, and he would just be very dismissive. Oh, don't worry about it. You're reading into things. Now, Shan'ann also questioned him about an unusual charge that was larger than expected at a restaurant. And, she was like, what's this? What were you doing? Who were you with? She started going, is Chris cheating on me? Of course, Chris denied everything. Deny. And he tried to play it off, but he just ordered a lot of food when he went out because he just wanted to get out to this place and treat himself. Now, Shan'ann also was texting her friend. Now, her friend is a Nicole Atkinson. This is a different Nicole. There's Nicole who's being lied to about and doesn't realize she's in an adulterous affair with Chris. And then there's Nicole, who is, the BFF. And she's texting me about the troubles in her marriage and with Chris's parents, who clearly favored the other grandkids over Bella and Cece. There's the infamous Nutgate. Oh, let me get into that.
A few moments later.
All right, here we go. We're going into what Nutgate is. Yeah. You see, Chris is the one who nicknamed it Nutgate. And it was the final straw for Shan'ann letting her in-laws around her girls. It was like, nope, no more. You see, Chris's mom completely ignored the fact that one of the girls has a peanut allergy and went ahead and served the kids treats with peanuts. Now, this was very alienating for the child, the young, with the allergy. And it's also dangerous. She doesn't understand the complete danger it is to have this peanut allergy and being told, no, you can't have these nice birthday treats that, grandma, made because, grandma's a bitch and didn't get an alternative, So Shan'ann would refer to Chris's parents as evil. I would say that's nice. That's a nice way of putting it, honestly. Now, July 31st of 2018, Chris actually flies out to meet Shan'ann and the girls there in North Carolina. And while he's there, there's little crazy stuff I want to talk to you about. What's going back with Nicole. Now, August 4th. And this is in 2018. Nicole K, the mistress, she was shopping online for wedding dresses. Now her phone data actually showed that she spent 2 hours looking for wedding dresses. I mean, okay, what is Chris and Nicole got planning here? This is really weird. And that same very day, Shan'ann texts her friends about Chris not standing up for her or the girls to his parents. And she mentions how he's changed. And he won't even kiss or touch his own wife, Shan'ann. She's like, yeah, he was already, it seems, distancing himself from Shan'ann and the girls. And it's not going to get any better here, folks, with Chris. August 9th, now we're back in Colorado. August 9th, Chris went with Shan'ann for her ultrasound. But he was very cold, very disinterested. Apparently, according to the text that Shan'ann sent to her friend, this led to Chris and her having their best talk yet. You see, the same day, Shan'ann actually leaves for a business trip. And she wrote him a handwritten letter and sent a picture of the letter to her friend. Now, this letter goes on about how so much has changed over the last 5 years, and she misses Chris and is willing to try to work things out with him and even with his folks, man. She's like, I'm willing to meet some compromise here, okay? I want to make this work. So she's thinking, they talk about this and they talk about that kind of stuff, and, well, let's see what Chris does, huh? August 11th, 2018. Shan'ann's still away. Chris gets a babysitter. Now he tells everyone that he's going to a baseball game with coworkers. But no. You know what this slime-ball was doing? Oh, yeah. He was at a bar with Nicole Kessinger. Yeah. So while Shan'ann's thinking, hey, I'm working things out with my husband, Chris, he's off running around behind her back. Yeah, he's a douche. Now, we get to August 13th, 2018. You see, at around 2 a.m., Shan'ann returns home. Her friend, Nicole Atkinson, her BFF that we've talked about, picked up Shan'ann from the airport and then brought her home from the business trip at 1:48 p.m. And then Chris and their 2 daughters, they were all home at this time. Now, Nicole claims that Shan'ann had confided to her that things were not well in her marriage. That summer, Shan'ann and the girls had spent 5 weeks without Chris for most of the time in North Carolina and visited Chris's parents. Shan'ann described it was awkward and frustrating all these times with his parents. And, so Nicole is concerned. She was hopeful that, they're going to work out their marriage, but now she's, wow, things are not as good. So this is where things get to the bad, real bad. You see Chris, he claims that he left for work around 5:15 that morning. Okay. That's August 13th, 2018. Okay. Now, it's about 12 hours later when Nicole dropped Shan'ann off. Nicole began to get really worried because she was not hearing from Shan'ann. Now, they're colleagues, they work together, they're best friends, and she calls and texts her, and she's not getting any response. And she was very much aware of the doctor's appointment that Shan'ann was supposed to go to. But she found out she never showed up for it. And that, being that Shan'ann was pregnant, she thought, this is extremely concerning. In fact, her words are, I was even more concerned. So Shan'ann is then reported missing at around 1:40 p.m. Now, you see, what happens is Nicole Atkinson calls the police, who come out to do a welfare check. Shan'ann's phone, keys, and purse are all found at the house. Now, according to the news stations, Chris's husband says, she said she was going to a friend's house with the kids, and that's the last thing I heard, and that was it. It was very vague. I don't know. She was vague. I don't know what she's going on. Now, keep in mind that he wasn't the one who wanted to call the police. He did not want the police involved. The police had to wait for him to show up to enter the house. I mean, it's just like, ugh. Now, the next day, Chris comes forward on a local news channel. He pleads for his family's return, and it is cringe. Extremely cringe. Now, as the Colorado Bureau of Investigation issues an endangered missing alert, Chris, he's talking to Denver's ABC affiliate, and he pleads, like I said, but in such a bad way. He's just like, Shan'ann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring them back. I probably showed more emotion than he did. Now, the next day, Chris goes and does a polygraph test. And the dude fucking fails. Just, poof. Yeah, he could not. It was bad. And so they're kind of like, we know you're lying. What happened? So he's like, okay, I killed my wife. But you see, she was smothering our daughters and killing them. And so I had to stop her. And so to stop her, I killed her, Yeah, this is the story he is saying. Yeah, so now the FBI joins the search for the missing mother and daughters, and since Chris fails the polygraph test and confesses not only to his father, but to the officials that I did kill Shan'ann, but remember, I was trying to save our daughters' lives. I walked in and saw her smothering them. Now, their bodies, and they're still not found yet. Now, by this time, this has happened. But, come the 16th, the very next day, the 3 murdered bodies are recovered at Chris's work site. That same day, Chris appears in Weld County Court for a bond hearing, and he is denied. Yeah. Now, August 24th of 2018, Chris is actually charged with first-degree murder. Now, this is a week after he pleaded for their safe return, and it's 3 counts of first-degree murder plus 2 additional first-degree charges for victims being 12 or under. And he is also being charged for the unlawful termination of a pregnancy, plus 3 counts of tampering with a body, which is a total of like 9 charges. Okay, they're just like, September 1st, 2018, a funeral is held for Shan'ann, her daughters, and their unborn child, Nico. And this is in North Carolina. Now, Shan'ann, Bella, and Celeste are remembered at their funeral at the Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Pinehurst in a 90-minute ceremony, which it starts out with Amazing Grace. And during this whole service, not once is that fucker Chris mentioned. Nope, nothing, nada. Now, the priest reads a statement from Shanann's father, Frank, and he's like, "You are nothing but pure love, always caring for everyone. You will always be Daddy's little girl." I mean, that just gives me chills. Because Shan'ann I really feel like this had a big heart. And she was hiding what was going on, I'm thinking, because she wanted to protect her family's image and protect them from people looking down on them all, even no matter how horrible Chris was being. Now, November 6th of 2018, Chris appears in court and he's like, pleads guilty, but only after he got a plea deal sent to him that he accepted that he would not get the death penalty as long as he said he was guilty. So on the 19th of November, Chris was sentenced to a life imprisonment. Now, Judge Marcelo Kopkow, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that last name. I'm sorry. But he calls this murder spree perhaps the most inhuman and vicious crime I have handled out of the thousands of cases I've seen. So he issued 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole, including 48 years for unlawful termination of Shanann's pregnancy and 36 years for disposing of bodies of his family. Now, that very same day, Shan'ann's parents file a wrongful death suit against Chris. And so you're like, well, why would you do that? Why would this story of Chris, people would want to get the story. He could literally make money while sitting in jail and benefit from what he did. He do interviews or whatever. So by doing this wrongful death suit, that would stop. If they won and he had to pay them money, that would keep him from benefiting. Okay? There's a reason why you kind of would go this route also. You want to nail them with both. December 3rd, 2018, Chris was actually transferred to a Wisconsin correctional facility because of safety concerns. People did not like him. They wanted him dead. And so they were like, oh, okay. Now, this is where things get, it's like, Chris. February 18th of 2019, Chris confesses to killing his daughters in a very detailed explanation. This is a 5-hour interview from prison where Chris recounts the details of the final moments of his daughters and how he killed them and just threw away their bodies. He says, this was like the epitome of being angry, the epitome of showing a rage, the epitome of losing your mind. He even admits that his older daughter Bella asked if he was going to do the same thing to her that he did to her sister, because she saw him kill her. And she's like, Daddy, are you going to do that to me too? Ugh. And she tried to fight back. She wanted to live. And so he talks about this. Oh, that is, oh God, how can you do that to a child? Okay, I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. This is horrible to find out, to hear about, talk about. Now, November 18th of 2019, Chris was ordered to pay that $6 million in that civil lawsuit of wrongful death. Now it was $3 million for each death and $3 million for emotional pain. And the amount will grow with interest. I think it's like 8% interest. Yeah. Now, this family's probably never going to see any of the money. But it is going to prevent him from making money off of like that interview and other interviews that he may want to do, Now, we really don't know much about Nicole Kessinger, the mistress. She's been saying, hey, I was lied to. He said he was in the middle of divorce and she's shopping for a wedding dress while all this is going on. And some people think she might have had more to do with things than what is being shown and said. But, I kind of wonder why wouldn't Chris talk about that? Because I don't see him doing something to protect another person. He just doesn't come across as someone who's like, oh, I want to protect this person because I love him, I mean, he killed his own children. It's just, I don't understand. So let's get into a tarot reading. Let's kind of, I'm not sure what we're going to find or what's going to happen, but let's just dive on in, okay? Right. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna dive in here into this tarot reading. Yeah, my hands, they're covered in glue and paint and gesso, and yeah, I was crafting with my daughter. We were decorating the front bands of face shields that she's gonna be wearing when she returns to school. All right, let's see what is going on. Okay. That's an intent to murder. Wanting money. Okay. Now, some of these cards, they kind of have a personalized meaning for me. And when I see certain cards pull up in a reading, in that context, I know what it's supposed to mean. And so, because I've noticed some people are like, but that's a Three of Pentacles. Why did you say? Well, it's because in the context, in my intuition and context, it kind of means something totally different here. Money is definitely a problem. Not being able to make it. Oh, the Five of Swords. I know what this is about, and this is really not good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna grab some more cards just to confirm what I'm seeing here. Okay. Oh man, this is so bad. Okay. Okay, and so this is the Priestess. And there's like a duality of things going on here. Just dealing. And then, of course, dun dun dun, we have the devil himself. This is just destruction. And the cup of the Ace of Cups, and it's a single of it. This kind of gets me going. It's a halting, things. Okay, so plan this talk of murder, just get rid of them. And but I can't, if you try and do a suicide, it's not going to work, right? We can't. How are we going to make a suicide with the kids? Things are improbable. Shan'ann's destroying my life. I need to get rid of her. Ew. Yeah. Let's see. Did they? Okay. Devil comes back. Okay. Oh, wow. Let's get a couple more cards then. Interesting. Okay. Okay, this is telling a story. This would normally be like the Strength card, and it's reversed, and Yeah. Things are motivated by fear. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands. Huh. I just get a feeling here, folks, that she's portraying harmony, falsely communicating harmony because she's afraid. And, this is like social media. And this is, the world. And I take this as Shan'ann social media posts. It's because she was afraid. She was afraid of Chris. And I think she knew if she did not portray things in such a grandiose light, I should say, it would come back on her. She was scared to death of him. That's definitely so. There was abuse with the devil. There was a lot of physical and mental abuse that Shan'ann was taking on, and you never see it. Oh gosh. Lots and lots of secrets hidden. Oh, okay, so we got innocence, fear. This star reversed. I don't like this card. It's not good. It's one of those you can just go, oh. She just sees such darkness when she looks in Chris's eyes. Fear. Oh. Yeah, they had a baby. Okay, it's your tough decisions. There was a fear of, he was trying to kill the baby. What he wrote in the pen pal letters definitely is true. And she was trying to make a decision of how she's going to handle this. She might have actually wanted to leave him. That makes so much more sense at the beginning with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. He didn't want her to get a divorce, the divorce, because he would lose his money, and so he wasn't willing to get a divorce. He would probably get stuck with a lot of debt, and he didn't want to have to try and support Shan'ann and the girls while he's with Nicole. Yeah. So, boom. So, not thought out. Oh, okay. Oh, Chris. He thought Shan'ann was just trying to keep him down and was going to stop him from everything. Yeah. So, yeah, he was in money. Okay, he was afraid of, he actually doesn't want to be alone. So that's why Nicole's in the picture. But this is just a lot of fighting. They're just a lot of fighting and had to do about money, finances. And that is very common. You could see that in marriages where finances are very, touchy subject, and you gotta approach them with caution. And yeah, I'm gonna pull out another deck here. Let me see where it is. Yeah, there was no way he was going to just go forward with a divorce. It was money was definitely, yeah, this little squirrely, hoardy guy. Yeah, that's not good, folks. The little guy here, let's see what goes next to him because it'll tell a bigger picture, but this is just loses, loss, things taken away. This can be anxiety. Oh, wow. Little dandelion flowers blow in the wind and everything. And with it is a clover. So this usually is, luck, an opportunity comes arrive, but it's next to loss and damage. So we're dealing with like bad luck, bad things, taking a bad choice, bad adverse effects, and breaking the bridge down, burning all bridges. So, oh. The journey. There is more to the story. You have to dig deeper into. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I see you. They were going to travel. Huh. Oh, no, she did. Yeah, he was saying she was traveling. And you got this is 6. And it's the king. Here is spades. And this is. I think Nicole did argue and fight with Chris. She didn't want to keep waiting any longer. And I'm going to put up something I'm seeing. Okay, yeah. That, we're just seeing a lot of confusion. Sly Fox. Chris wasn't Catholic, I don't think, but it's like divorce wouldn't have been a good thing. Or maybe Nicole is. She's frustrated. She's having to wait around. Come on, Chris, you love me. I'm there for you. This is having to do with, his affair at work. And then the cross here, the 36, it's the card 36, which is 6 of cloves. This is, it's a burden. The burden, they need to eliminate the burden. And Shan'ann and the girls were the burden, and Nicole yeah, so I don't think she was actually there or present during anything like this. I think she knew Chris was going to kill them. She probably knew, and, you know, her not warning Shan'ann is pretty shitty, if you ask me. But, you know, and she's not thinking that that could be her. People, come on now. Use some wisdom here. So, kind of get a feeling that, you know, Shan'ann wanted a divorce. Chris wasn't going to allow it. And that's how everything... And Nicole was pressuring him to end this out because, hey, I want to get married. I want to be with you. And their baggage. That's horrible. I just, these kids. How can you be so cold-hearted? They're just some evil people out there in this world. So be safe out there, you know, folks. So I'm going to do some more reading soon. But if you like this reading, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I see a lot of my viewers, and you're coming back, but you're not subscribing. So please subscribe. And comment down below your thoughts and ideas on this reading and about Shan'ann and Chris's marriage and Nicole and Chris's relationship. His parents are also evil. I mean, who serves something, a treat that a child is deathly allergic to at their birthday celebration? To let all the other kids have it and be that's fucking cruel. I do not like those people. Oh, just ugh. Yeah, be kind to people, folks. As I always say, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Also, let me know what you want to see me redo more readings on. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time, okay? On the Envy Network. Bye.